Welcome back to Clash at the Round Table. Your host Ro, and we got Miss V with us. How's
What's
everything?
up? Everything's good. Everything's good. How you been?
Um, daughter just had a birthday,
Whoop
so
whoop.
she was happy about that. Shout out to everybody that wished her happy birthday. And then my godson made his grand entrance into the world the other day, so it's kind of been busy the last couple days and stuff like that. But hey, one trade for the word.
Congratulations and happy birthday, baby
Shit,
girl.
I ain't do shit. Congratulations.
What we saying? Congratulations on. You said you're a godfather, right?
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
I mean,
to
it is
get
a
that
blessing.
opportunity.
I'm gonna say this. Yeah, it is an opportunity and something that I am thankful for because, like, shit, hey, I'm a rock. Like, not saying I don't rock out with my people. Like, shit, this one I feel like being the Godfather right now is a lot special.
Yeah.
Because for one, it's my cousin kid.
Oh yeah.
So not only that, it's like, yo, I rocks with this cousin too. Like, this is one of my favorite cousins. So it's like,
Right.
yeah, I'm finna like.
Yeah, you try to go in.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, people really don't realize the value of when, like, you name them a godparent. Like, people don't take it serious.
Nah.
But it's like, yo, like, I'm naming you my child's godparent.
True
Take
shit.
this. Don't take this with a grain of salt. Like,
True
I'm
shit.
leaving you. I'm trusting you with my child. If something were to happen to you, to me, like, I know that you got my child. So I actually named my brother is my daughter's godfather.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. My brother is my daughter's godfather.
So like, what? Because I'm gonna say this. Like,
Okay.
what was it like when you was like, all right, I'm gonna name my brother, her godfather.
I mean,
What was his reaction?
he was cool with it because I told him I was like, we was raised in the same household.
Mm-hmm.
I trust him to know, like, if something were to happen to me, he's gonna take care of my child because he took care of me when our parents was at work or my mom was working late at night at work or whatever. My dad was overseas in the military. Like, he was the person who took care of me when I was sick, had chicken pox. He was there.
Oh,
shout out to my brother. Yes, he was there. So I was just like, it was easy for me. Like, yo, it's gonna be my brother because if something happens to me, like, he got my baby. Like, I know he do. Yeah. So it was easy for me.
Man, you can't beat that because, like, and here goes the crazy thing. And me and my grandma was talking about this the other day. And I told grandma, I was like, man, who would have thought that me and this cousin would be close? Because, like, when we were small, and see, like, how my family is set up, is like, shit, basically all the cousins and family members that's around my age or a little bit up, we kind of basically grew up around each other and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's like when it was me and her, we could not stand each other. Like, we couldn't stand each other. It's like, man, fuck this shit.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, when I say, you fuck with that one? Nah, like, hey, I got to go
Look
by.
how life happens. So, like,
Yeah, and it's crazy because, like, me and her legit talk every single day and shit like that. Like, I know some shit that I would say, like, not too many people know.
Right.
And she knows some shit that not too many people know. And it's like, oh, fuck. But I ain't gonna lie, man. That's my roadie, man. Shout out to her, man. But let's go ahead and get into this shit. Since we already talking about kids and stuff like that, how do you feel when it comes down to kids in general? Do you feel like nowadays are kids raised right? And not only is they raised right, but what are you trying to instill into your kids versus how it was instilled into you?
Got you. Man, these kids out here wilding. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I was just talking about this literally like 2 days ago. Like, these kids are out here wilding, like, just out here doing all types of stuff. They don't handle things with words. Like, they don't use their words. They use guns. You know what I'm saying? They got social media versus, like, when we was growing up, we ain't have social media. We ain't have Instagram. We ain't have Facebook. We ain't have all that. It was, yo, call her on three-way real quick. Don't say nothing. Let's see what she say. It was like that. You know what I'm saying? It was not no, you know what I'm saying? I'm pulling up on you. Like, my daughter be coming home giving me the tea every day. I'd be like, what? But what the teacher say? Well, the teacher ain't say nothing. What you mean? Like, the teacher would have been like, it's just these kids is wilding. So, like, for me as a parent, like, it's very important. I guess, like, when I was growing up, my parents did talk to us about a lot of stuff, but then it was stuff that I didn't talk to my parents about. So knowing that as a parent now, I try to make sure I have that open conversation with her about stuff and let her know, like, this is a safe place. I'm not going to, I'm going to give you the best judgment, best advice that I can possibly give you without placing judgment and just being honest and transparent with you, because I feel like that's all I can really be with you as a parent. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pussyfoot around stuff. Like, I'm going to tell you, yes, I'm going to tell you what it is. Like, if you get into it with your friends, like, she'll come to me and tell me about stuff that her friends did or whatever. And I'll be like, well, Zariah, what did you say? Well, I said that. I'll be like, well, Zariah, honestly, I don't really think that was the right thing to do. To me, that's kind of giving off a little fake. Why don't you do this or do that? So, I mean, I do that with her, but I also instill in my daughter, like, before she walks out the door each day, go be great. Be kind, be understanding, be open. Don't, go into the world with the best version of yourself. Wake up and do something better than you did the day before. So that's something I try to instill in her. And that's just kind of like what my parents instilled in us too. Like, when you go outside, you represent me. You know what I'm saying? We a brand. So represent me. Right, because they're going to look at you. They're going to look at me as a parent. Like,
I would say, like, with that, it's I'm not finna say, like, you're wrong, but at the same time, like, I know this person.
Right.
I don't really fuck with them no more. Even though, fuck. Shout out to my uncle, who I don't fuck with no more. Yeah. But here's the thing, like, he has that mindset of, like, oh, anytime I go out, I gotta show out because this is what my mother and stuff like that. Whereas my other uncle and me is like, nigga, you doing a little bit too fucking much.
Right, you ain't gotta be on Showtime all the time.
Come on now, like, bruh, like, just be an average ass nigga.
And that's what these kids are like too. Like, they gotta be on Showtime all the time. Like, I don't understand that. Like, you gotta be doing this and be doing that. Like, sit down. Or maybe it's because we getting old. I can't take all that loudness. Like, y'all go find somewhere to sit down. Like, going to the mall for me, I can't do it. I can't do the mall.
I ain't know.
It's too many of them in there. Like, yo, I would shop online and pick my stuff up at FedEx. Like, I can't. I can't do it no more. They too loud.
I ain't gonna lie, like, sometimes you find better deals online than you do in the store.
Absolutely.
So, like, I'm not appalled by, like, hey, let's go ahead and go to the store and shit like that. Now, don't get me wrong, like, going to the store is convenient.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, shit, online, y'all got a 60% off deal.
Right.
In the store,
you ain't got
pay
that.
full price.
You gonna pay full price. So, yeah.
Man, fuck that one. That's 60% off.
Okay? I don't care if it's $11. If it's $11 difference versus the store, I'm gonna get it online. Like, yo, I'm paying $11 less. So let's just go with that option.
Like,
for
shit,
sure.
I feel like you got to, though. Like, not only do you got to, but, like, one of the things that I do with my daughter, like, I tell her, like, yo, check in. I get that my life busy, your life busy. And I know people like, oh, well, shit, what the fuck you mean a little kid life is busy? Hell, she got school, she got practice, she got to study. Hell, she has a busy life where I'm working, doing this, doing that. I got a busy life. So, shit, in the mornings, even if it's like a quick text message like, hey, good morning, yo, I'm good, boom, boom.
Right.
And, of course, like, in the morning, like, I get in my bag with her was like, yo, good morning. My little princess, hopefully you have a great day. Remember, you are a princess going into a queen and shit like that. It don't be no like, let me go hit you with some negative shit. Nah.
Right.
And then like,
'cause you don't want to start her day off like that.
And then like, I know what time she gets out of school and stuff like that, and what time she gets out at practice. So it's like, hit up when she gets ready to get out of school, like, yo, how's your day? Boom. Then after practice, like, yo, everything good with you? Da-da-da. Oh, well, this and that. Like, I remember one day, she had a game, and she lost. And she was so fucking upset.
I know she was.
And I'm like, yo, what? Why are you pissed off? Man, because they fucking cheated. I was like, look, man. you can't win them all. She's like, nah, I'm supposed to win them all.
Right, she's a winner. Period. Okay.
And I get it because that's the competitive in her. Because like shit isn't me. Like when I was playing sports and stuff, like I hated fucking losing. Even when I'm playing on the video games or shooting dice, playing cards, I don't want to fucking lose.
So
but
she gets it from you.
At the same time, I know for a fact that like shit, sometimes you got to lose.
Right.
Sometimes you and this is on some real shit. Sometimes you got to get knocked down in order to get back up again.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So like when she was doing that, I was like, man, bro, you realize you ain't gonna win them all. She's like, yeah, but still, I was like, if you know you're not gonna win them all, why get mad?
Because she wants to win them all. Because in her mind, she probably done manifest that she's gonna win them all.
I get it.
Yo, like, yeah.
I get it.
She done manifest that, like, yo, I'm about to win all these games. We go into the ship.
Ain't gonna happen.
And it's it. You know what I'm saying? But her mind, she, you know what I'm saying? She think like that. But speaking on these kids and like, you know, back to kind of like the kids' whole situation. These little boys out here, boy, I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard being a mom of a teenage little girl. Because I promised you the other day, like, I really wanted to go up to the school.
Why?
And fight somebody's son. Because my daughter came home crying because little boy didn't want to talk to her. He was ignoring her. He was ignoring her. You know what I'm saying? My baby came in the house. She had her little glasses and she had a little sunshades on. She had a little scrunch on her face. I was like, today must not have been a good day. Because I asked my daughter every single day.
So she likes the boy and the boy dubbed her.
No, he likes her. Let me tell you what happened, right? And let me tell you, parents, okay, it's important that you have these conversations with your kids about what's happening at school. What was good you liked about school, what you didn't like about school, what was your day like? Not just, how was your day? Oh, you had a good day? Okay, that's it. No, you need to go into what the day was like. Because there's stuff going on in these schools that we don't know about, and sometimes these schools be hiding stuff. But anywho, like, she came home because little boy, I guess they called herself boyfriend and girlfriend, and they was in gym, and he ignored her. And then he went to go play with his friends and was talking to everybody else, was talking to her. So my baby girl come home, she got her face on. So I'm like, what's going on? So she comes out the room and like immediately she is bawling. And I'm just like, what's wrong? What happened? She won't tell me what happened. So I go into gangster mode, like, what happened? Somebody touched you? Somebody did something to you? Like, what's going on? You got a bad grade? Like, what's going on? What happened in school today? Like, do we need to go back to the school right now? Like, I was on it. Like, some kid trying to fight you? Like, what's happening? So she told me what happened, and I was just like, whew, okay. I wasn't ready for this, but I can deal with this. Time
out.
What?
How old the boy was?
He's 13.
So you finna pull up.
Yes.
Your old ass finna pull up to her school to go fight a 13-year-old.
I actually told her to call him because I wanted to talk to him on the phone about courtesy and respect. Because if somebody is speaking to you, if you don't want to be bothered with that person, tell that person. But don't sit there having her crying and stuff like that. Not my baby. And I told her, you a queen, okay? You're going to be treated as such.
Let me ask you, do you think that you kind of went like, man, let me go overboard on this shit?
I probably did go a little overboard, but it was like, that's my baby, and her seeing her cry like that for the first time over a boy was just like, oh my gosh. But then I instilled in her, look, you are enough. You a queen, okay? That little beady head little boy, he ain't even all that cute, sis. So, you know, we had to have that little build her back up type of conversation because he ain't going to be the first. And he ain't gonna be the last. There's gonna be plenty other. And it's just like, oh well, mom, it's another boy that's trying to talk to me. Okay, well, period. Next.
Yo, so like, I feel you in that way. Like, cause I'm very overprotected by my little one. Like, I would tell anybody this, like, yo, when it comes down to the bonds that we have, I'll break them all for her.
Period.
But at the same time,
put your butt in the dirt. Go ahead.
When you telling me this story, what puts me in the mind of, so, like, it's this video that been going around for a while where this kid and his parent was on a fucking bus and they trying to get at whoever they trying to get at. And all you see is the little kids in the background just crying and shit like that. That would put me in the mind of you right now. I'm like, yo.
My thing is,
don't be that parent.
I would never put my hands on a child, but I would let you know, like, hey, that's not okay. Like, why did you do that? I'm going to address it, but I chose not to say nothing. She asked me not to say nothing to him, so I left it alone. But I did let her know that people are going to treat you, people are going to allow you to do what, let me go back. People are going to do what you allow. So I told her, you need to hold a standard. Let him know if you choose to talk to him again, don't ever do that again. that was not okay what you did. Set the boundary and know that you are enough. And if somebody's going to treat you like that, then they don't need to be in your life.
But here's the thing. She low-key finna be a play because guess what? She already told you, yo, I got another one that's trying to talk to me. So, like, which I think, and this is just me.
She's 13, though.
You
so
13 years old, man. You don't know nothing about no damn
right.
relationship.
So I'm like, you don't know nothing.
Like,
She probably talking to this person, talking to that person. But, my thing is they're 13. They haven't really grasped the part of relationships and love and all this other stuff. So it's just kind of like, if you're going to entertain and have conversations with people, make sure you're being respected. Make sure you're setting those boundaries. Make sure you're not doing things to put yourself in predicaments that are going to come back to haunt you. So we have the conversation about sexting and sending pictures and all that, because bro, you have to. They have a phone. They on the internet. It's out there in the school. So it's like, you have to have those conversations with your kids. Like, yo, don't be sending no pictures.
I'm gonna say this like shit. Hey, and niggas get bad at me all they want to. Hey, I will go through my daughter's shit, and I know her moms will go through her shit.
Oh yeah, we
and
have
like,
phone check, random checks.
With that shit, like it could be just laying on the charger. And she and I respect my daughter on this one because some fact, like she knows the vibes and stuff like that. She doesn't mind. Like, all right, let me get that phone out. Let me go. Boom, boom, check. She knows vibes, and she doesn't have no complaints about.
My daughter's the same way.
So like I respect on that one because like me touch my goddamn phone.
I'm like phone check.
Like what?
Nah. Random phone check. Let me see.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Now I mean, to me, I feel like I could do a phone check, but my thing is, be prepared what you gonna see what's in there. It ain't like I'm doing anything crazy in there. It's just the conversations I might be having with my friends. You might be like, yo, like this is what y'all be talking about. Yes, we get it in.
So I'm gonna tell you this. I feel like there's any female that checks my phone and shit like that, which I don't condone. Like if you trust me, you trust me. Shit.
Right.
Like if you gotta go through my phone, I don't think you really trust.
Right.
But just know that my female friends and my guy friends, they be on one. And when I say they be on one, they be on one. Like, I tell anybody, like, my people, they'll violate you in a heartbeat because some fact, their mouth is reckless. And me and my homeboy, we was having this conversation a while back, and I was like, yo, bro, I know I can say some shit to you that other niggas can't.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
It's just off the fact that I have that level, me and you are at that level of like, shit, we really don't give a fuck what we say to each other, but it's in a respectful way, manner and shit like that.
Right.
Let another nigga say this to you is like...
It's on and popping. But let me ask you a question, though. Like,
what's up?
Why, like, is that standard, though? Because I feel like if you my friend and you rock with me, you should be able to be my friend and tell me what it really is, and I should be able to take that as my friend, as your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you doing some shit that's wild and you out here wilding and just being stupid, as my friend, you should be able to check me and be like, yo, you tripping. Like, you shouldn't be doing that, da-da-da-da. Like, if you really rock with me, don't be having me out here doing reckless shit and you don't feel comfortable telling me shit. Like, no, check me.
I'm going to say this. A lot of people do not like honesty. A lot of people say, hey, I want honesty.
Right.
But a lot of people... when it's time to hit them with that shit, it's like, look.
Nah, my best friends hold me accountable. Like, they hold me accountable. Like, yo, you tripping. Yeah.
Some niggas
we are cutthroat with each other. We honest with each other.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You gotta look at it. Some people, they don't like that shit.
They don't.
Like, I can take it from different point of view, but I'm just gonna put it out like this. Like, you got some friends, you gotta paint that soft fairy tale world to like, yeah, it's gonna be all right. Then you got that other friend where it's like, nah, nigga, don't tell me that it's gonna be all right. And
I don't think this shit gonna be all right. You gonna see how this goes. We're gonna take this day by day.
Like you and I'm not saying like, hey, you gotta know which friend. Like you gotta really know what people are what, because I feel like in anything in life, it's levels to everything.
Right.
Like you have friends that you can legit just say, hey, we gonna shoot the bullshit. These are my party friends.
Right.
And that's all they will ever be. These are my vacation friends.
Yeah, you have separate categories.
Yeah, like you have friends on that level. These are my friends that only pop up in the seasons and stuff like that. And then you got that those friends that are like, yo, these are like my brothers/sisters and stuff like that. I know they family, they know my family and stuff like that. I really rock with them.
Right.
You know, when you get to that level of I really rock with this person and they know when I'm fucking up, hey.
Right. You're gonna
Call
hold
it-
me accountable.
yeah,
Call
call-
a spade a spade. Right.
And like I've noticed like some people, because I got friends like that where they, when you tell them like, hey, yo, this is what it is. I'll give you a prime example. I had a friend, he's like, man, my life is so fucked up right now. I feel like I'm doing everything wrong. So I was like, look, sit back, reevaluate everybody in your life. Now, if you got to cut this person off, this person off, this person off, even including me, then fuck it.
Right.
Let it be. Cut him off. You know? So
My bad.
later on, it got twisted where it's like, oh, nah, like, this person said, I should just cut you and you off. I think that shit was weird. Nah, it wasn't weird. You just delivered it wrong. You took it how you wanted to take it.
Right. Right.
You know, and then it created a whole big ass mess where now you had to clear everything up. And it's like, no, this is what I fucking said.
Right.
Like, because,
You
and I
gotta
tell
protect
people,
your energy. You gotta
Yeah.
protect your energy.
and see, like I tell people, like, I don't mind if you cut me off.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it may be something that I have done, or it may be something that, you know, has been done
Right.
over the years where it's done on both parts where you're like, man, I just really can't rock. Or we outgrow each other where it's like, shit, I fucks with you, still love you, but I'm going this way. You gotta stay here.
Right.
Or we're going two different ways.
Right.
It comes like that.
Period. It's like
know?
that with relationships too.
Yeah.
So like, how do you feel about the whole like Nia Long and that whole situation? Because like people like last week and this week were like really making a big deal about that. Like,
So I'm gonna say this. When it comes down to, I don't care if you're a celebrity, I don't care if you are a regular Joe. Niggas is gonna cheat.
period.
If I want that poom poom, or shit, in a female case, pause, she wants that dick, they're gonna try to get it.
Right. Absolutely.
It's simple as that. And that should show you that, hey, well, just because, like, come on, Nia Long, like, yo, shorty bad.
Right. I think that people feel like, I think people have this like whole image like, yo, it's Nia Long. Like, who would cheat on Nia Long? Like, people cheat every single day. And I
They
feel
cheated on
like,
your mama.
okay, like people get cheated on every day. And it's just things that happen. Like, does it make it right? No. But it's like, if we didn't have social media, like, we never would have known that she got cheated on. Just like half the stuff that didn't happen with like Bobby and Whitney that we didn't find out. So we watched the Bobby's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But see,
It was on
I feel
social
like
media.
with that Bobby shit, we're looking at it just from one perspective, and we're just looking at it from his perspective.
right.
You know, and not saying that, hey, they probably got more perspective that was around him, but I feel like this is always two sides to the story.
You're right. You're right.
And stuff like that. And yeah, I agree. If we didn't have the social media aspect, yeah, a lot of people would probably not known about it, but he is a sports figure.
Right.
And stuff like that. Now, however, I look at it like this. A lot of people were sitting there talking about him, but here it is. We got a whole nother head figure in Brett Favre that stole money from low-income people to build a stadium. But no one talked about that.
No one's talking about that. Everybody's talking
and-
about, but you know, the media does that. They'll put something big out. So like, we don't pay attention to the real shit that's going on. Message. So pay attention to stuff. When you see big stuff happening, pay attention to that little stuff that nobody's
Yeah,
talking
for
about,
sure.
because that's the stuff that you need to be paying attention to. Not the, oh, Nia Long's getting cheated on, or this whole big Tamara and Corey, they're getting divorced now. And now, what's his name? The cheater, you know what I'm talking about?
Ooh.
Giselle's husband.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
I think that shit whack. Like,
Yeah.
I'm with Tom Brady. Like, fuck it. Like, and on some real shit, like, I know this is finna sound so contradictory to me right now, but I'm with Tom Brady, man. Fuck Giselle, man. Divorce her ass. Let her go. I'm on my hot boy shit in Tampa Bay.
Did you
Fuck
read the
it.
article? Did you read the article where she was like, he be walking around with t-shirts now, no
Yo, I
t-shirts
see-
on? I
so-
was like, yo, he living his best life in Florida.
I'm gonna tell you, like, I had seen that shit and I was like, yo, so you telling me this nigga's in, and the crazy thing is you hear shit about Florida. You stay in Florida too long, that shit gonna turn you out. And it's like, man, hey, Tom Brady's in his 22nd or 20th season.
Mm-hmm.
He's living his best life. He just came off a Super Bowl
Yeah.
not too long ago. And it's like, come on, Giselle. You know,
She done been with him since she was like the hottest model out there, and now
but
it's like
she's not.
she's not.
Like,
I mean, she's good looking, she's beautiful, but like she,
fuck that. No disrespect. No disrespect to his wife, because that's still his wifey.
right?
But, bruh, she done had surgery.
It's half the women out here that had surgery, some type of form of surgery.
I'm gonna say this, like, I like natural, but you know, hey, it comes with the territory. But like, I'm just being honest, like, hey, down to from the head to the toe, like, hey, shit, I like it natural.
Okay.
Fuck that goddamn. Let me go ahead and go get these fake ass eyelashes. Let me go ahead. And some of y'all, like, I ain't gonna flex. Some of y'all females, y'all be having them eyelashes out here.
I don't understand
and shit
that.
like that.
Them
That shit be
things
like,
be
yo, we
covering
know
your-
that shit ain't natural.
right.
And then y'all fucking, and this is on some real shit. Like, when I was growing up, I knew now I know my grandma had wigs, but I didn't really know she had fucking wigs. You know, shit. Y'all, you just tell y'all got wigs. Them shits don't be on right at all. Like, you be like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Who the fuck did your shit?
It's giving Scout.
And then on
Shout out
top
to
of that, it's
Renee.
like,
It's giving Scout.
everybody ain't meant to be a fucking stick with the big ass. And it's like, yo, so you telling me your waist is skinny as fuck and you got this huge ass that doesn't even line up with your body.
That's because they just wanted a bang,
And it's like, yo, what the fuck? And then it's like, you got females that got these big ass titties. And it's like, bruh. And I have a homegirl.
But it's some of us out here, a member of the Big Titty Committee. It's a lot of us out there who have, you know what I'm saying? We were born like that. It's natural. It may look like we wasn't, but we were.
And I'm gonna say this: the natural look, I respect. But here's the thing: I have a female friend. She tells me this all the time. She's like, "Bro, you know, I know you finna say this shit is weird. This is why I say my friends say off the wall shit. Yo, I need to get surgery. I need to get my shit reducted because boy, my back be hurting. This be hurting. I'm like, man, what the fuck?
You right though.
All right,
like,
man.
I'm serious. That thing is serious though. Like, people don't realize, like, when you're younger and they're, they're fluffy and jumpy, but when you get older, it starts affecting your back. So I can definitely understand what she's saying with that, because it does affect your back. It does affect, how you move and stuff. So, if you want something, come get some. Shoot, I got plenty. I can feed a small village over here.
I'm just saying, like, with that, like, I ain't gonna, if you feel like, hey, this is gonna help my confidence,
Right.
all right, cool. Do what you do. I'm not here to judge you or anything like that,
Right.
but I just feel like this, if we're gonna go for, we see what it gets with the females that are quote unquote the beautiful females that, get all these surgeries, and niggas like, man, I gotta have that shit. Oh my God.
But my thing is like, you're so stupid. The IG models. But my thing is like, really, like, what is the definition of beauty? You know what I'm saying? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
the eye of the beholder. So it's like, who is somebody else to be like, I could be beautiful, the most beautiful chick out here, and then the next person might be like, yo,
oh, you straight up ugly as fuck. And I ain't gonna play. Like, niggas be think I be playing when I say this shit. I know I'm an ugly ass nigga. And like, when I tell people that, they niggas like, man, nah, nigga, you ain't ugly. You look good. Nah, nigga, I'm an ugly ass nigga.
Okay.
And niggas be like, nah, nigga, you should say that about yourself. You should. Everybody and their mama get cheated on. I don't give a fuck who you are. You could, like, as we see, you could take Nia Long. Her
Right.
ass got cheated on. The shorty that was with Soulja Boy, she got cheated on. Fucking Kim Kardashian cheated on. Fucking, well, we all know Ray J's a cheater.
Right.
Like, the list goes on and on and on and on.
Anybody can get cheated on. So it's just like, it's up to you as the person, the people that are in the relationship, if you choose to stay. If you choose to deal with that, is that person going to build and change from that, or is it going to be an ongoing situation? But ultimately, we as the people on the outside looking outside, people can change though. You don't think cheaters can change?
You know the saying, once a cheater, always a cheater, right?
That's the saying, but I'm saying, like, I feel like people could change. I feel like you could cheat and you could regret that shit and never do that shit again. It could just happen one time. You'd be like, yo, I'm never doing that shit again. I'm not a cheater. So, but I'm just saying.
Yet again. Love my dad to death now. That nigga was a hoe. That nigga was a hoe. Love him to death still. You know, and I know when he see this shit, he gonna call my phone and start talking shit.
Yo, why you put that on the podcast?
Yeah. But guess what? It's not a shadow of a doubt that I know my brother's mother loved him and my mother loved him. Mm-hmm. And he still cheating on both of their ass.
Well, it happens, you know.
At the end of the day.
Some people can't. Some people are not people that can commit. Some people just can't commit.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
But, come on, let's not waste our time. Like, the difference between an average person, nigga, you got to make sure, and same thing with a female. A female got to make sure that nigga really, really loves her, because if he doesn't and she cheats, oh, man, fuck that. Fuck that all day long.
But you know what? To me, I feel like a person could cheat. It's up to the other person, like, if they choose to stay or not. I mean, it don't matter how much. You could love somebody like, yo, I could love you to the end, to the end. But you cheating, it's like, yo, like, I can't be with you. You cheating on me. No matter how much I love you.
You got to think about this. Love make you do some crazy ass shit.
Boy,
and that love will, them average Joes know what we talking about. Ooh. Where it's like, yeah, you know, I really do love this guy and girl, or I really do love this guy. He cheated on me like 10 times. I'm still going to take his ass back after the 11th time he done cheated on me. Now, a celebrity, every case, God versus soul, Kobe Bryant. He cheated on his wife. What'd he do? Got a big ass ring.
And she stayed.
Shaq cheated on his wife. Ultimately, she stayed. Even though they broke up, she stayed.
And he brought home AIDS, but he didn't bring it home to her. But, yeah.
I'm just saying.
And she stayed.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Cheated.
You stayed.
Like, the list goes on. So, if you an average Joe, your chance of, unless you got that naive female, and same thing for the females, if you got a naive nigga, I wouldn't test that look too funny.
I think sometimes it just really depends on the person. Like, if they're, you know what I'm saying, if they can work through it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be able to work through those trials or whatever, because ain't no relationship is gonna be perfect. You know what I mean? It's gonna be things that's gonna happen. But cheating, yeah, that's pretty bad. But you can work through it. But I have friends out there who will be like, you know, they've been in relationships with their significant other for a certain amount of time. And they'll say, you know, yeah, we went through this or we went through that, but, you know, we worked through that and we're still together. You know what I'm saying? And their relationship is at the best that it's ever been.
I'm going to say this. Me personally, cheat on me, hey, bro.
I don't know. To me, I feel like, yes, I would be done. But then it's a part of me that's just kind of like, it depends on where we're at in our relationship and what's going on. You know what I mean? But more than likely, I'm probably going to snap, crapple, and pop.
Nope.
And be out here looking like Bernadette from Waiting to Exhale.
Nope. So, here's my thing. Younger me, yeah, I care about you.
I ain't got no patience like I used to, though.
But I'm going to say this. I still got patience, but at the same time, younger me was like, all right, shit, you cheated. I care about you. I rock with you. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to take you back. Older me?
Hell nah.
Bruh, that's fucking up my trust. So, like, nah, I can't trust you after that.
Right, because now I gotta count. Now I gotta count and judge everything that you say, everything you do, calculate how long it's taking you to get back from the stove.
I'm not finna calculate. That, to me, that, like, if I gotta sit there and do that to a whole person.
Yeah.
I don't need to be with you. Not saying, hey, at the end of the day, when we go our separate ways,
Right.
you grow, I do some growing and stuff like that. Can we relay another foundation and throw away the old foundation? We possibly can.
You probably could.
But if you're expecting me to just say, hey, well, you cheated, let me go ahead.
Nah, baby. Baby. My patience is definitely not like it used to be when I was younger. Like, my patience now is just like...
That shit shot.
It's shot as hell. Like, you doing some shit. Oh, it's a red flag. Gotta go. Like,
but see,
no.
I feel like this nowadays, a lot of people look for the red flags super early. Oh, no, that's a red flag. No, that's a red flag. Nope, that's a red flag. But at the same
so
time,
much shit that you just like, yo, I don't have time for this no more. Like, for me, I'm 38 years old and look good for 38.
Damn.
But I look good to be 38. You see me. But anyway,
I'm not fucking with you.
I'm just saying. Let's just pause for a second.
Man, fuck that pause shit.
But I'm just saying, like, for real, like, I'm 38 and I feel like I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. You know what I'm saying? My child is older. I've matured. You know, I just don't have time for the whole, like, playing games and arguing all the time and this and this and that. Because when I was younger, yeah, I go toe to toe and back and forth with you, jump in my face. I'm gonna jump back in your face. It is what it is. Not like that, not laying hands and stuff. But I'm just saying, if you like getting disrespectful, I'm gonna get disrespectful back with you. I'm gonna say some shit that's gonna hurt you.
I got
But
PTSD.
now I don't have time for that. It's gonna be like, look. We need to come, as my best friend said, conflict resolution. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got PTSD.
You gotta have a resolution at the end of the day. Like, what we gonna do? Let's close the chapter. Let's move forward. Because I'm not about to keep having these conversations. I'm not about to keep doing this. Because if it's not working, that's okay. We can go our separate ways, and life will go on. I've learned that. You know what I mean? Not trying to hold on to these dead end relationships that ain't working.
I would say this. I got PTSD because guess what? Ain't no nigga or no bitch finna jump up in my motherfucking face.
I'm just saying, like, if you having a conversation and they like, yo, da-da-da-da-da, and you, who are you talking to? Like, don't be talking to me like that. That's what I'm saying.
Check this out. I'm a 90s baby. I got PTSD. And I ain't one of them late 90s babies. I'm one of them early 90s babies where your parents got in your goddamn face and start hitting the
fuck out.
I got PTSD from that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't got time for that no more. Like, I don't got time. That's what I'm saying. I don't have time.
I'll be real with you. And we got to have a conversation, yelling, shouting, and all that other shit. Like, I can't sit there and talk to you. Like, and this is on some real shit. Outside of this podcast, you already know how I am. Like, and we sitting there talking and vibing and shit like that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And we're actually having a good, honest debate, healthy debate. And you cutting me off, I will drop that conversation in a heartbeat.
Done.
Like, nigga, like, nah, listen, no.
Conversation over. Because if we can't conversate and you can't listen to me, we gotta argue. Like, conversation's over. Like yo, I'm not done talking though. Like, wait a second. Yeah, we didn't been there.
Like, I will tell a motherfucker I got PTSD.
We be having them good conversations. Like, no, bro. Like, yo, that's not even cool. Like, da da. Yeah.
Fuck that.
He be ready to shut your girl down. But I love it.
Like, you know? I ain't gonna flame. I tell a motherfucker in a heartbeat, like, yo, I got PTSD. Why you got PTSD? And I remember when my mama, what the fuck?
Yo.
Hey, grandma.
Yo, you know what I got PTSD? You know what I kind of got PTSD from this whole Jeffrey Dahmer situation. Like, this shit is crazy. Have you watched it? So,
all right. I'm gonna say this
because I know we talked about it, but like, did you watch it?
I'm gonna say this. So, like, when I first seen the shit, because I seen it when it first came out, and I was like, man, I'm not watching this bullshit. Right. So I'm like, let's go about it. It is what it is. So, like, of course, everybody was talking about it. I'm like, nah, still not interested in watching the shit.
Right.
So then you hit me up like, yeah, let's talk about this on the pod. And I was like, fuck! I gotta watch this shit.
Yes, because y'all, like, if y'all haven't seen it, disclaimer, if y'all have not seen it, like, don't eat nothing while you watching it. You know what I'm saying? Because Netflix know they was hella wrong for all that shit. To prepare yourself, because you're gonna have a roll of emotions. Like, it was parts for me just as a movie watcher, like somebody who watches movies, where there were parts that I was like, damn, Jeffrey, like, you done found love. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he gonna stop killing and eating people. And then he turned around and killed my boy. Like, yo. And he was like, what's going on? But to me, it's like, you know, I'm the type of person where I fact check. You know what I'm saying? I watch the movie, then I go Google everything about your entire life, your mama, your cousin, your sister, your brother, like all of that. So his brother changed his name. He's not even going by the same name that he's going by. The grandma ended up dying like in a nursing home, like they showed on the movie and stuff like that. But it was like, damn, his grandma really got the worst end of the stick.
But I'm going to say this.
If that
was my brother, you damn right. Hey, I don't know that nigga.
Okay.
That's not my last name. Oh, you changed? Yes, no. This has always been my name. Oh, is that your dad? No, that's not my dad. I would not want shit to do with that family, period. Because it's like, yo... like when I first, like, no bullshit, when I'm watching this, I'm like, the fuck, this nigga running out that, this nigga just, yo, it's a fucking head.
In the fucking refrigerator.
This nigga serving this nigga beer and mixing, bro, don't drink that shit. Like, you know how like you in that scary movie is like, right. Bro, don't do that shit.
Don't
get
go
the
in
fuck
that door.
Yeah.
Yo, like why did you like my thing is when as soon as you walked in there and you smelled something, you're like, yo, turn the AC on. Oh, some meat went bad.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Hey, instantly,
you
yo,
know
I gotta go.
I gotta go. Like I'd been like, nah, I don't even want nothing to drink. You know what I'm saying? I think we should just catch up another time. But no, he played his fucking part though. He was like, you want me to dance for you?
Hey, he ain't had no choice but to play that part. Like, and this is what a lot of people be like, well, you know, shit. He hated black people. Nah, he really did not hate black people. Out of his 17 victims, 10 of them was black. But he would tell you off the real, I liked it, quote unquote, if this person was beautiful and I thought it was beautiful, you know, hey, fuck it. I'm going to fuck
he
with
liked
them.
black people.
And not only that,
just say you like the chocolate. That's all you had to say.
I mean, hey, if you like,
but
chocolate,
I feel like he
chocolate.
did target to me, to be honest. But he was killing them at his grandma's house too, and they was all black. So I feel like he was targeting.
Some wasn't all black though.
No, they all weren't. Like it was some
races and stuff like that.
They were people of color. So we'll just say they was people of color. So maybe he targeted people of color because he felt like people of color weren't going to have someone that was going to speak up for them because of the fact. If you look at the times during that time frame, like the people calling the police, letting them know what's going on, the police really didn't give a fuck. So it's just like, okay, I can get away with this shit.
Well,
Let me keep. And then of course he didn't even look like a killer. He didn't have the whole demeanor of a killer.
Here's the thing: no one looks like a fucking killer.
True. That's
no
facts.
one looks like a killer.
I mean, but his demeanor is just like Jeffrey. He's out here killing and eating people.
Bro, like my thing is this: when it came to that shit, I was like, bro, are you fucking serious? This nigga is really like legit going in this shit,
right?
And I feel like this, like looking at it in hindsight, bro, man could have got away with it.
He really could have got a lot longer than what he did.
But the fact that you're in a small ass apartment, you're killing your victims there. Not only are you killing your victims there, you're sawing these motherfuckers up. Eating their ass, and then you feed it not. And this is where I feel like Netflix, you know, did not show everything because then later on I find out, oh, this nigga was feeding everybody fucking goddamn pulled pork and shit. Well, not pulled pork, pulled human and shit like that.
What?
You know, so it's like, hey, and you know, and I feel like this as a black person. I don't know about y'all, but I know about me. I'm a very picky eater, even though I'm fat as fuck, so don't even try to come for me on these goddamn comments. Like, and this is on some real shit.
We like I'm
You're like, hey, fuck that shit. But when it comes down to it, I'm a picky ass eater.
Right.
And if it doesn't look right,
I'm not fucking eating.
Nah, I'm not.
I'm
not fucking with it.
I'm like that too. I like snacks and cakes and shit, but I ain't eating no shit if it don't look right.
Like real shit.
Nah, bro. Yeah.
God rest her soul. It was the auntie. I did not like her cooking. Like going over to her house. Did not like her cooking. Did not like her cooking at all.
He said, auntie didn't like cooking. I don't know. Like,
And
I'm a picky eater, but like
yo,
most of the people in my family can cook, so I don't really be.
I don't give a damn.
No, everybody in my family, like, they're very clean.
I
they
literally
can
gotta
cook.
see you.
But it's some people out there. I remember it was one person's house that I went to, and she was in the kitchen frying chicken. I was like, ooh, that chicken looks so good. Then I seen a roach, and I was like, that was it. That was it for me. I called my mom and told her to come pick me up. Like, yo, come pick me up. It got roaches. It's time to go.
Like, and this is why I can't like comprehend though, because like, bruh, all that smell,
right?
And you tell me maggots didn't come, bugs ain't come. Like, yo, where the fuck, bro? Like, he was not in no ghetto. Even though they say he was in the ghetto, he was not in the ghetto because, hey, we already know, nigga, you finna have roaches, bugs. Like, you finna have them goddamn gangster ass bugs crawling all over that shit. And it's like, bro, like, the fact, and this what tripped me out was when the little Asian boy gets away.
And the police lead him right back.
Walks his ass right back in. I'm like, y'all
let him go. But then the crazy part, did you catch this though?
What?
That he molested his brother too. That was his brother.
Yeah, like, so
it's like, damn, so you just out here for the whole family and shit.
Big facts. I'm just like, bro, like, here we go.
He went to jail for molesting his brother. Then he turned around.
But that's not the first kid that he fucked with, though.
No, it wasn't.
Like, some of his, like, a lot of people don't, like, and I'm going to say this, like, do your history on this shit, because, like, a lot of people making fun of it. Like, it's really not funny, but at the same time, like, I get, like, from the Netflix standpoint of view, and, like, I've seen their interview and shit like that, where there's like, hey, we wasn't trying to tell the side from Jeffrey Dahmer's side. We were trying to tell the side from the victim side, which it was nicely portrayed, but at the same time, it's like, yo, this nigga was fucking with kids. And it goes back, nigga, you eating people. Now, and me and my little bro was talking about this shit. I was like, bro, I ain't much gonna flex. I know we sit there, us as people, like, man, if we ain't got no food and shit like that, and we the only person eat meat type shit, niggas be joking about that shit.
But we not dead ass serious. But the part the part that had me weak was he ate old boys, what was it, his lung, his kidney and some shit, and all he fucking put on that shit was some fucking salt. Like, yo, we seasoned already, so you couldn't put no seasoned salt on us? You ain't even fry us up?
No.
You ain't put no side with that shit? And then he sat there and was like...
That nigga was just cutting a bit,
Like, the fuck?
Like, are you serious?
All you put on him was salt? I was mad about that. That part, to me, that was just, maybe that was the fat girl in me, because I was like, so he ain't gonna put no pepper, no seasoned salt?
Nah, he ain't gonna put none of that.
He ain't put no Goya on it?
That nigga said, fuck that. Ain't no sazon, ain't nothing.
like,
no.
We not putting no onions, no garlic powder, no nothing. Like, yo. Nah. I was just like, But then he took some of the body parts from what I could see and was putting them in the freezer, like, for, I guess, days that he didn't have nobody to kill. I don't know. Like,
so his mindset and like, I legit went deep into this shit, because I was like, man, you know, it's fucked up. Not only fucked up, but like, man, hey, sometimes you gotta see why a person the way he is.
Right.
But even then, it's like, yo, this nigga's a smart ass nigga. But at the same time, book wise, this nigga dumb as shit. Like, you see that nigga GPA? That bit was 0.3.
I think because honestly, I feel like parents, I feel like just looking at telling a story about his mom and his dad, I don't know if that was totally the situation, but it's like, if your mom is out here taking psychotropic drugs while she's pregnant with you, you know, she's taking sleeping aids and things like that, and then you're born into a household where your father is not really being supportive of your mom's mental illness and is really ignoring your mom and in sense ignoring you, like, but it kind of started from there, the mental issues that he had.
I'm going to say this. Let's be for real, because, like, sometimes, like, looking back on it, we can say, like, hey, well, you know, if he would have did that. But let's be for real. Mental health, whether it's black or white,
right?
You know, and I can only speak from a black person standpoint. Nigga, we don't speak about that shit. We're just now feeling comfortable, like, yo, I am not all right. And because I remember as a guy, and I said this a while back on another part, as a guy, it's not okay for us to cry. We wasn't allowed to say, hey, I'm not okay, let me cry. Nigga, what the fuck you crying? You better suck that shit up.
Right. Now it's like, yo, cry. If you gotta cry.
And even now, prime example, Tyrese, that bitch, like, the infamous, you know, But everybody's oh shit, he's being soft. Like, it's still not like people had like, oh shit, yeah, he's showing his emotion and stuff like that. And then other people like, man, that nigga need to suck that shit up. That's that light skinned nigga shit. But like real shit, like I wouldn't say, hey, well, that led to that, because like back then it's like shit, nigga, don't talk about your fucking feelings. Only people that can talk about their feelings are females.
I feel like now it's more acceptable for men to talk about their feelings, but you're absolutely right. Like back then, it was not acceptable for men to talk about their feelings. But the crazy part for me in that whole situation with that story is like his dad said he had the same feelings.
His dad was crazy,
and I was like, yo, your dad just said that he would have killed people. He just didn't act on it.
But see, not only that, you also got to look at, this is the same nigga that picked up roadkill. Yeah. And
taught his son how to dissect it.
Not only just dissect it, like I see people eat roadkill. This is down south shit where they eat possums and all this other shit, which I think is fucking weird. I know a nigga that fucking eats, that cooks possum, and he's like, oh yeah, that shit's good. Nah, nigga, fuck you, you're fucking weird.
If I can't buy it in the store, I don't want it.
I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't say that because like, at the same time, we're meant to live off the land and stuff like that. So of course we gotta kill our food, but certain shit I ain't with, man. I'm not with eating, possums and all that other shit, raccoons. Nah, I'm good. Like, you probably catch me eating a frog or alligator, but then again, that's still pushing it too. I don't give a fuck if you say, hey man, this shit tastes like chicken. Nah, fuck that. No.
Nah, I've had goat. I love me some goat now. I love me some curry goat.
Here's the thing, you're from up north. So like up north people hate to say we eat some weird ass shit.
We do, but I like some goat. Tastes like chicken.
And like, and I know this is like low key contradicting because if we go overseas, you got some niggas right now eating fucking bugs and stuff like that. Yes, I do watch the Traveling Channel, and yes, I do watch.
You're a well-educated man, black man. Okay.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I seen that, I forgot that nigga name, but like on a cooking channel, he was like, "Oh shit, let me go ahead." They literally cooked some goddamn bugs. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Are you talking about the dude that like goes around like trying different foods? I watch that sometimes too. I think that's kind of cool. Like when you can see different cultures and see like the different things. It is,
but at the same time, you like, yo, this nigga weird. But
what's that mean?
Nah. But like looking on the Jeffrey Dahmer shit is like, even like, and you say, hey, but his grandma, you feel bad. His grandma was a fucking G. Jeffrey, what is it? Come upstairs, grandma. Like, bitch, let me talk to my grandma like that.
Okay, because Laura, baby, she ain't having it. Laura gonna take you down through the. But no, when she was like, I'm coming downstairs and I'm staying down here the whole night, I was like, Lord, please don't. I was like, please don't kill grandma. Please don't kill her. Because Lord ain't gonna be able to take it like it's my grandma. Like, Lord, please don't let her kill his grandma.
Niggas like, man, he's fine. No, I don't trust him. He's just drunk. No.
He was about to get, grandma knew he about to get ate up. She was trying to save a victim. But I think Jeffrey probably drove her to her craziness because she was in the bed and just like, I'm fucking dead. I was like, poor grandma done been through it. He took grandma through, baby. Took her down through there.
Shut the fuck out with that.
Cutting damn bodies up in the damn wine cellar. Talking about something. It's one of my projects.
Man, it's just that nigga based that bitch off of it's dead. It's nothing but the dead animals. Like, nah, you and I ain't gonna flex. Like, I done smelled dead animals. And walking in the hood, you done smelled dead people. Like, the scent is a little bit different.
So it's like, how did his grandma just go months and months smelling his fucking body?
But see, you gotta look at it. She old. She may have, because later on she was senile and shit like that. So it's like, and I'm not saying like, hey, let's blame this on this, but we as people, we try to see the best in people.
Yeah.
Just like that. blind guy, well, not the blind guy, the deaf guy, he seen the best in Jeffrey.
Right.
But at the same time, Jeffrey still off that nigga. And I was like, yo, hey, I ain't gonna flex. Like when out of all the deaths and stuff like that, I kind of felt bad for him.
Me too, because he was deaf. Nobody could even hear him.
It's not even just that. Like, he genuinely
fucked with Jeffrey. And it was like, damn, you ain't have to kill my boy. Like, he really was fucking with you. Like, you was weird. Your house fucking, you cleaned up your house for him and shit. He was taking you out buying shit for you and shit. He was out here treating you. And you had to mess around and kill my boy. And he said he was going to come back and see you and shit. Like, he said he was coming back. He was riding with you, and I feel like Jeffrey did have abandonment issues.
Yeah.
So for sure, so it was just like his abandonment was like, yo, I'm gonna kill you so you can't kill me, and I'm gonna eat you so you're forever with me. And I don't think a lot of people get that concept, but like the way he did Tony boy, he was dirty as fuck for that Jeffrey.
How Rod Wave, man, I feel bended my whole life. But
yeah,
like real shit though, like I feel like this. If you haven't seen that shit, it's like I commend you to watch it. Educate yourself, you know, cause like back then I ain't gonna flex like shit. I was dumbfounded to the shit. Like shit, around that time he would do that shit, I was a little fucking kid.
I remember it. Like, I remember my mom talking about, like, yeah, the man over there eating people up and put them in the freezer and stuff. And I'm like, as a kid, like, scared. Like, what? Who's eating people? You know what I'm saying? Like, but now knowing, like, as you grew up and you read stuff and find out information for yourself, you're like, yo, he was really, like, cutting people up. Like,
eating these niggas.
And my thing is, you in an apartment, so y'all know, like, apartments counter space is, like,
but so
fucking big. So you just like
and chopping these like this nigga.
Like what to me it's like, okay, the apartment complex, that at that point, why didn't they come inside? Yo, we gonna do an inspection of your apartment.
Check this out. You gotta think about it. That's Section 8 type shit.
Yeah.
He wasn't no Section 8
but still
shit.
Your apartment can come in. All you gotta do is give you a 24-hour notice. Like, yo,
but see, you gotta look at it. He was telling them like, hey, yo, it's just the bad meat that I had and stuff like that. You know, it'll spoil. And like shit like that does, and I ain't gonna flex, like shit like that does happen. Where,
it does happen.
Your refrigerator goes out and stuff like that. But like I will state this and I will forever say this. This man and countless other people say this. This man would never have got caught. Never. He got sloppy with the shit. He really got sloppy with the shit. And the most littlest part is that fucking dance, though. But
you talking about?
Yeah. But I mean, real shit though. Like my man was off his rockers.
Yes, he was.
Not only was he off his rockers, he had no remorse. So like when it was time for him to get his ass got, I did not feel bad.
He said I should be dead for the stuff that I did. I was just like, so he knew what he was doing wrong. So it's like, you know, right from wrong. So
it's just he didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck. But the way when he died, it was just like, God forgive me. But I was like, that's what your bitch ass get. Like
I didn't feel bad.
I didn't feel bad either. I was like, yo, that's what you get because you kill innocent people like who just wanted to have a good time. Period. Just wanted to get one off.
Exactly.
That was it.
And then on top of that, it's like, bro, nigga, he was gay. Like,
yeah.
Come on. I can see if he wasn't, then it's like you killing guys that are, and it's like
they wanted to be with you, so it's like I don't get that. So if you wanted to be with them, just be with them.
And
nobody cared. I don't know.
And this is on some real shit. I know I can't compare back in the day money to now money. But hey, bitch, I'm not finna goddamn sell my body. Come on, take pictures with me for so fucking $50. $50, yo. Like $50.
He's like, I'll give $50. What did he say? I'll give y'all. Did he say I'll give you $50 each, y'all?
Yeah.
For pictures?
Yeah.
But see, back in the day, $50 was a little bit of money, but they was because he was in his 30s then, right?
That was between 1980
1880.
I was at 1880, but that was between the 80s and 90s and shit like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying like $50, like
that shit ain't no.
That movie it definitely was a really good movie. Like it's definitely worth the watch if you can stomach it for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Any last words before we let this shit go?
No, I mean, shit, this was great. You know what I'm saying? Good laughs. I just want to say, y'all make sure y'all check out my podcast. I'm going to be dropping some new episodes soon. No Caller ID with V. You can follow it on Instagram.
Hello.
Yeah.
Man, y'all continue to wear y'all crowns, be blessed, and watch out for people that eat people.
Yes, please.